Hi everyone, I'm my tutor Ms. Chow. Today, I would like to present our assignment for the FCM. I'm Shek Jun Yi, and the part that I handle in our present is Introduction, Subnetting Table, and Addressing Table. So let's start our presentation. For the first one is Introduction. So we have been assigned with designing a local area network for the small medium-sized organization called Media Wave Broadcaster. And I've made the structure diagram to let you guys more easily understand the actual situations. So in this diagram, you can see they have three locations, which is location A, B, and C. So location A and B, both of them have three floors, and each floor have one department, which is administration department, newsroom department, production department, marketing department, human resource department, and engineering department. So for the location C, there are only one floor, but for the international newsroom department have two inside here. So which is two departments in here. So the distance between location A and C is 200 meter. Between the location A and B is 500 meter. So this line is represented the cable also. So the second one is addressing design. This table is represent the number of hosts required from each department, and also they have one important thing is they need us to add on more 21% growth in all areas. So we just need to use the original number times 121%, then we will get the actual number of hosts that they want. And I also have put the number of hosts at here, easier you guys refer. So beside that, we also have put a router at each location and one more cable connect between location C and B. So why we need to add on more cable between location C and B is because if the cable between location A and C suddenly broken, then at least we have a backup line between location C and B. So as it's not full line or all of them broken, so our network still can working. So for the next one is subnetting table. In this diagram, we can see we need 10 subnet in our network. So for current condition of our network is we need 10 subnet and need to use class A address, which is 10.0.0.0.0/8, and default subnet mask of class A is 255.0.0.0, and as 2 power of 4 is equals 16 subnet, which is enough for our subnet requirement. So we just need to borrow 4 bits from host portion to be network portion, and total up the binary number together, then we will get the number is 240. Then the subnet mask will be 255.240.0.0, and the prefix number will be 12, which is from the 8 bits plus 4 bits will be 12 lah, okay? So for the bits that I haven't used yet are host portion, which is the total number of addresses in a subnet. So we total all of them, then we will get 1 million and above addresses in a subnet. So we need to configure it into IP addressing scheme. So how we do that? We just need to add a line between network portion and host portion and see what is the value of this bit. So we can see the value is 16, and this number means the range between started address of 2 subnet. For example, like this started address need to plus 16 to the next started address and make sure the last address is the previous one of the next started address. So this is how we handle our subnet address range. So this is the subnetting table that we have done. For the network address, it's the first address from the subnet address range, and the broadcast address is the last address from the subnet address range. As both of them cannot be used, so the usable address range will be between network address and broadcast address. So this is our subnetting table. The next is addressing table. For addressing table, it's based on the subnetting table to assign the usable address to all devices. So we just take one example from subnet 1, which is the router from location A and the switch and host devices from administration department. So we need to assign the usable address to all devices, and we assign the first usable address to the interface of router that handles subnet 1 and let it to be the default gateway for all devices from subnet 1. And the router has no the default gateway, so we just assign the others usable address to all switch and host devices and make sure they are not repeating using same address. And the subnet mask will be same because we are designing the classful subnet. So this is how we make our addressing table.
Hi, my name is Chong Zhi Ming, and you can see this is our network topology, how it looks like. This is the location A, and location B, and also the location C. Now you can see we have 3 routers here. When we need the router talk with each other, we must configure the routing setting. So how to configure the routing? You can see we are using the IP routing protocol. It is a dynamic routing. What is the IP protocol? It is a routing information protocol. It is a dynamic routing protocol that uses hop count as a routing metric to find the best path between the source and destination network. Which means the lowest hop count is considered the best path to reach the destination network, and the router will place it in the routing table. You can see we are using network 10.0.0.0, which means all the network is under this network, they are automatically can talk with each other. Now I will talk about how to configure a switch. You can see first thing we enter the switch, we enter the enable mode. Therefore we go into the configure terminal. First thing we change the host name, and then we enter the line VTY and also the line console. We set the password for login this switch. And here we are setting the enable secret password as this. And this service is to encrypt our password. By default you can see this password in the show running configuration. And this line command is set the message when we enter the switch. And this command is save the running configuration into the startup configuration. Now it's the router configuration. Same thing, we enter the enable configure terminal and give the hostname and give the password to the VTY line and the console line. Also we give the enable secret password and encryption the password, and also show the message when we enter this router. And this is set the IP address for the different interface. First thing we enter the interface, giving the password and the subnet mask and turn it on. For the end device we are using static IP configuration. So we need to give the IP address, the subnet mask and the default gateway. Okay, now let us do the connectivity testing. When this end device want to send a package to this end device, normally it will go to this path. But when this line is broken, it will go from here to this router, and go to this router, and finally go to the destination. Okay, now I will show how to do the remote access for the switch. First thing, we need to configure it. We enter the interface VLAN 1 and give the IP address and the subnet mask and turn it on, and also give the default gateway of the switch. For the remote access, we can use the end device to access it. So we need to type telnet and type the IP address for the VLAN of the switch. So it's 0. As you can see, we successful to enter the switch. For the router remote access is similar thing but a little bit different. We just need to give the default gateway of the network. So it's like telnet, and the default gateway of this network is 1.0.0.1, and we are successful enter the router. That's all for our presentation. Thanks.